approve it.
That's fine. Morning.
You can tell them to be ready.
Right here, huh?
Morning.
I'd like to call the meeting to order, Sacramento Metropolitan Cable Television Commission. This is being videotaped in its entirety and will be cablecast without interruption on Metro Cable 14. Today's meeting is being broadcast live and will be repeated on Saturday, June the 24th at 9 o'clock a.m. on Channel 14. This time, will you call a roll, please?
Yes. Jones?
Here.
Pillsbury? Dickinson? Peters McEwen?
Here.
Collin?
Here.
Yee?
Here.
Nilo?
Here.
Shelby?
Here.
Natoli?
Here.
Waters?
Here.
Leary? We have a quorum.
Don, would you lead us to the Pledge of Allegiance?
I'd be happy to.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Esposito.
Morning.
Good morning. Thank you for being here on a Monday morning. We should adjourn to executive session to continue the discussion from the meeting on the 6th, and then return to public session and open the public hearing on the consideration of the transfer of control.
Okay.
And
We'll adjourn into closed session.
Is Diane
I can
gonna
read it.
Read it into
I'll
the
read
record,
it.
please, yes.
Got a closed exec session, conference with legal counsel, anticipated litigation, significant exposure to litigation pursuant to subdivision B of section 54956.9, one case.
Okay, we'll adjourn. What room is it going to be in?
We'll be upstairs in the blue room.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'd like to call back to order out of closed session, Metropolitan Cable Television Commission. Mr. Spasto, are we going to open the hearing?
Please, yes. First order of business is to open the public hearing, and this is for the decision to consent to the transfer of control from the AT&T broadband entities to the AT&T Comcast entities. Second is to have Commission Counsel read into the record the changes which have been discussed in exec session relative to Exhibit D and Exhibit E of the resolution we presented you this morning. Next would be to take testimony from the public, and last would be to close the public hearing and make your decision. With that, I'll have Harriet walk you through the changes as we understand them based on the last hour's exec session discussion.
Okay.
Good morning. I'd note first that that there was no reportable action out of the closed session. And then if you would turn to Exhibit D on the proposed resolution, which includes the terms of settlement of the 30 megahertz obligation, there are several technical changes. First, in the middle paragraph that goes out to the margin, it says there's a parentheses in the third line that says parentheses identified in Exhibit E. The closed parentheses would be deleted from there, as would the semicolon. We would insert a comma there, and we would insert a closed parentheses after franchisee's existing network, which is in the line below that. In addition to that, 6 lines up from the bottom, there's the word potentially. That word would be deleted. And then finally, going back up to the paragraph we were discussing before, that paragraph says the parties further acknowledge that in lieu of the obligation, the Commission and the franchisees seek to establish an educational network comprised of broadband connectivity. At that place, we would put a semicolon and a number 1. Number 1 will be the bullet that is the pilot program below. At the end of that, there would be a semicolon. Number 2 would then say to 19 school districts, and would go to the end of that paragraph, and then would pick up again with the second bullet that starts within 30 days of the date of the proposed transaction. All of the rest of this will stay the same. There's also reference, as you'll note, to Exhibit E. Exhibit E is a list of school district offices and related sites. And we can read those sites to you at this point if you would like, because we don't have a written exhibit at this point that goes through those. So those sites are American River College on College Oaks Drive, the Folsom Lake campus of Los Rios Community College, Los Rios Community College's Chancellor's Office on Spanish Court, the Challenger Center Discovery Museum, the Center Unified High School District at Watt Avenue, the Diocese of Sacramento on Broadway, Rio Linda Union Elementary School in Rio Linda, Robla School District on Rose Street in Sacramento. I don't know how to pronounce that. Arcohe? Okay, I'm sorry. Arcohe Union School District in Herald, Galt Joint Unified Elementary School District, Galt Joint Unified High School District, Alberta Joint Unified School District, Del Paso Heights School District, North Sacramento School District, and UC Medical Center on Stockton Boulevard. Those would be the sites that would be the first set of sites that would be hooked up, and they would constitute Exhibit E. The final version of that would be subject to your approval. At this point, you may want to, if you have any questions or else you may want to open the public hearing and hear from the public.
I'm going to open the public hearing. I only have one speaker signed up. If anybody else wishes to comment on this, if you fill out a speaker slip in the back of the room and give it to staff here. First of all, Sheila Willard.
Good morning. I'm Sheila Willard, Senior Vice President, Government Affairs for Comcast. When I was here before you last week, I said we would work it out, and I believe we did. our engineers, everyone from the company has been involved in working on this resolution, and I feel very confident that it is a resolution that's going to work for your community, and very much look forward to Comcast coming back in here.
And you, for the record, you do agree with
We totally agree, yes.
Totally
We have
agree
put
with
a
what's
lot
in
of
writing.
time, and your staff has, and we really are. I really believe it is a proposal, a resolution that is going to work.
Well, thanks again for your cooperation. Looks like you're going to pick up where you left off when you left.
Well, we were very fortunate. The engineer who actually was involved when we came here doing the transfer from Scripps was the person we dragged into this, which expedited matters because he's very familiar with the schools, very familiar with the location and the engineering. And that's why we were very comfortable at agreeing to what the staff have asked us to do. And again, yes, we'll be picking up where we left off.
Thank you, Sheila. Any other questions of Sheila?
Rich wants.
Rich?
Sheila, would you put on the record the conversations we've had on going forward on customer service?
Customer service, yes. I'm sorry, I'm tired. Yeah. Yes, I understand there have been some customer service issues, and Comcast is committed to maintaining the quality of customer service that it currently does in other markets, and that I believe we did when we were last here in Sacramento. What I would like very much is to encourage staff to visit our call centers, because things have changed. I mean, some of the technologies have changed. And then with the staff to work out an agreement that is going to work both for the company and for the citizens and the commission. Obviously, I understand that Sacramento is looking for some standards. We know they're out there. We need some time to work on it. And in conjunction with staff, I'm very confident as we took care of this 24 megahertz or 30 megahertz, we can take care of customer service very satisfactorily to you all and for you all.
And you do acknowledge that customer service is part of our rights that we've had?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Thank you.
Exactly. And it's important for the company. I mean, quite honestly, my job, customer service is probably, when I look at things that I do, my goal is in government affairs is to make sure that we're providing good customer service, because everything else takes care of itself, as you know, if customers get their inquiries and their calls answered.
Okay. Any other questions? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, I have no other speakers. Dave?
Mr. Chair, just a question for our staff. I'm just wondering if our staff could share with our public and those viewing our intent with regard to Natomas School District and Grant School District, because I know they're not on this list, but I don't want anyone to mistake this Commission's commitment to ensuring that all of our school districts and all of our schools are ultimately connected. And the omission may be misinterpreted by some who haven't been privy to some of the discussions that have been going on in a broader context.
Thank you. I'll try and put to words that the same concepts we addressed at your June 6th meeting. The 30 megahertz obligation is one that exists to the franchise entities, but also exists relative to the licensees, of which there are several. It's staff and council's opinion advice that we will bring to you equal but not identical meetings of the obligation, or that is deliverables of the obligation for meeting the 30 megahertz requirement from the licensees as well. In the scope of things, and in working with the Ed Consortium, it appears that serving the two districts that you just mentioned, Mr. Jones, and some of the others, is more economically feasible in discussions with one or more of the existing licensees. So it's our intent to focus on those school districts relative to the 30 megahertz obligation of the other licensees.
Okay. And then just the last question, and this could be directed to staff or to Liz Rhodes, who's from the Sacramento Educational Cable Consortium. I just want to make sure that this proposal has the support of SECC.
Come up and put that on the record, please.
Hi, I'm Liz Rhodes, Executive Director of the Sacramento Educational Cable Consortium, and yes, absolutely, this proposal has the support of SECC, which is, and we've even taken this further. It has gone to, through the County Office of Education to all the superintendents, and they are in support of it also.
Great. Thank you for all the work you've done with regard to the 30 megahertz issue and the work on this particular transfer. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. It's been our pleasure, and we're really looking forward to working with Comcast AT&T.
Liz, just one other question. I'm happy to know, too, you're having a retreat. We want to expand the list of community organizations involved in SCC. And going forward, too, from the commission, we want to look at the transfer win to make sure that we get some other community sites added as part of this after-school program and education in our community.
And we look forward to talking with you more about that and to get your input.
Another question, Roger?
I just wanted to second the comments Mr. Jones made, and thanks to you, Liz, and the other members of the consortium who have labored a long, long time, as you know better than I, over this. And hopefully what we've fashioned here is a constructive structure to make sure that we actually accomplish in reality what we all envision. We wouldn't have gotten anywhere near this far without your work, and I also appreciate it very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay, before we have a motion on this, I too would like to thank Liz, Rich, Harriet, Bill, and Diane, who just really have done a yeoman's job working with Comcast, and they deserve the same thanks that we just gave to Comcast on bringing a very tough negotiation together, and it was a win-win situation, I feel. So with that, do I have a motion, please?
Move.
Second.
Okay. Let's have a roll call, please.
Jones,
Aye.
Pillsbury, Dickinson,
Aye.
Peters McEwen,
Yes.
Collin,
Yes.
Yee, Nilo,
Yes.
Shelby,
Yes.
Natoli,
Aye.
Waters.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Unanimous?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, nothing else to come before this board. We're adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Nice job, you guys.